because I went back to work from being on maternity leave that week. Because all the smart people are like, let's go back to work and start a podcast at the same time. And experience full-blown burnout several months later. It's fine. It's almost our anniversary.
Aww.
Cute.
We've only finished one season of each thing.
We did a few movies and we branched out a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah. Have you noticed? We're together! Yay!
Look at me, I'm here.
She's back.
I'm back. For good.
Oh.
Don't set me off. I live in the same country now.
Yay!
In the same city. And things are going to be on the up and up very soon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it. Well, it's your life. You're working on it. And I'm just along for the ride. We're the Belladonna Watch Club.
Yes.
Come get cozy with us. Like, with us.
Oh, because we are cozy here together.
Yep.
I've got a mug of tea. Dad goals, by the way.
Not bad. Come get cozy with us while we dig into iconic shows and movies that one of us has never seen before. We are watching Schitt's Creek. We are on season 2. We made it to the second season of something.
At last.
Yes.
At last.
I'm Lisa. I've seen it. I love it. Oh, David.
A very, very vital, important member of our squad.
This is Jenny.
That's me. Yeah. I'm Jenny, and I have never seen Schitt's Creek. I'm watching it for the first time, and I am so glad I have taken the plunge into watching this. I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying it, and I am so eager to see the next chapter for our pals who are now stuck here. The previous season ended with a possibility that someone was going to buy the town.
Yeah.
And they would be free.
Yeah.
But of course, things did not go so well.
There wouldn't be a Schitt's Creek without that.
No, of course. David is on his way to New York, last we heard.
Like, stole the truck. And
Yeah. Alexis is engaged?
But also, remember what she did?
Yes. She has been canoodling with...
Canoodling. I knew you were going to say canoodling. Also, the other word in my head was cavorting, but I don't think that's the same.
That's more like a date. That's a plan. That's a planned outing.
That canoodling was definitely what they were doing.
Yeah, there can be accidental canoodling, unplanned canoodling, but a cavort...
accidental canoodling isn't much of a thing, but unplanned, definitely.
Unplanned canoodling, yeah. Spontaneous canoodles.
No matter what your partner says, there's no such thing as an accidental canoodle. If they came home and said it was an accident, that ain't it. No. Okay, are you ready?
I am born ready. We've got some real heavy-duty listening devices
We
here.
do. So we had to figure out. So you say you were born ready, but we've just spent the last hour and 40 minutes getting ready.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what
our... ready in here, but all of this, just this scenario of us being in the same space requires a whole upheaval of our setup.
So we've done a lot of testing, a lot of trying to figure out what we're going to do. So for us to both hear without the sound interfering with the microphone, we're going pretty baller with our headphones. So this episode is called Finding David. And let me preface this by saying that there is like the most iconic stuff in this episode.
Oh, okay.
And I've just been waiting. And not to like hype it up too much.
No.
Which I just did. But you guys know. You know. I know. She's gonna know. He knows. Okay. All right.
No.
What?
My bag! It's gone!
What bag?
Brown bag!
What brown bag? You had a... Okay, calm down. Breathe.
That was me packing before I came to move back here.
David must have taken it, along with my last molecule of hope.
Oh, towels. Great.
Mrs. Rose, you got out of bed.
Oh, Moira.
Sorry, am I interrupting something?
No, we're looking for something valuable and,
Your son. Well, I put in some calls to some people just to get the word out.
That's very nice, Stevie. Thank you very much. That's very considerate because I know you and David had a intimate relationship.
Okay, I just...
Oh, right,
came to
yes.
drop off.
Oh, my.
They do not care he's gone.
Does this place have any king-size sheets?
Alexis, what the hell are you doing?
There's a lot going on in my life right now. And then there's a whole mutt issue, which is very complicated and sexy. So I don't know what to do. Okay, yeah, fine. And David's missing. So.
I see. So we're picking up not too far after where we left off.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So then he really did just like abandon and run
Yeah.
away and race off.
Yes. No one has any idea where he is. He would just like panic mode, gone.
Whew. Okay.
I don't even think he knew
Where he's
for
staying.
sure that the town deal was off. I think he was just like, no one's coming with me to New York. I have no friends. I'm not going to go there and be alone. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he did know and he just like got spooked and left.
As a person who has moved away many times solo and just sort of hopped around, I don't think I've like run away quite in that way, but yeah, I can recognize that sentiment of near enough being a runaway. You just need to sometimes. So I can appreciate that. Is that Moira
Yes.
wrapped up in the
Yep.
sheets? Oh, bless her.
And so like he didn't really want to leave. He was happy with the
Yeah.
like, so I think he was leaving without knowing that it was off the table.
Jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Get me out of this before I really have to suffer.
Well, I can't find him, so what would you say he is? You know what? I don't think your mother would appreciate you speaking to me in that way.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, God.
I would have said that too, probably.
It's not the first time David's run away. Remember all those troubled years in high school when he'd charter the jet without permission?
Yes, but he has no money.
If there's one thing David knows, it's the street value of a woman's bag.
Okay, you know what? Can we stop talking about that bag?
It's an heirloom. My great-grandmother took it from her husband when she left him, and it has been passed down through all the women in my family as emergency currency in case we need to leave our husbands in the middle of the night.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
I'll never need it. But you know Alexis will.
Yeah, more than once, probably.
I love that bag.
We'll find your bag, Moira.
And maybe we'll find David too.
Maybe her son. Frightened and alone. Just crooked water tower.
Oh, the hat's back.
So, about the other night. That night,
It was the most fun I had all year.
Oh, like
I'm having a little more fun right now.
Ah, let go of my hand.
I would love to feel worse about your parents not selling the town, but
things are a little bit complicated with Ted.
I thought things were done with Ted.
Me too. But apparently he was misinformed.
By who?
By me.
That's a great
Okay.
face.
I have a moral obligation to Ted. Your hands are so soft for someone who does nothing but manual labor.
Thanks, I make sure to moisturize.
It's so important. It's so important.
I can wait.
Thank you.
That was a convincing.
He has a whole new fire about him this season.
Well, it's because he had fun for the first time in a year.
Yeah.
Or the most fun.
These people have literally hit rock bottom. They're not in the mood for your jokes.
She is. Look, I've been on the phone all morning with missing persons and just...
I can't imagine the stress of losing a child.
Oh, I haven't lost him. I know exactly where he is.
It's been 3 days without any contact.
Statistics tell us you have a 48-hour window before you can assume somebody is dead.
Yeah, I just said it's been 3 days.
Then do we call off the search?
Oh, my God.
Yes? Oh, okay. Great, where?
Anything, Roland.
Good news, folks. They found the truck.
And David.
Well, that didn't come up.
Call him back!
Call him back.
Call him back!
Well, I think they would have told me if there's a dead body with the truck, honey.
Oh my God.
Just...
Okay, well, we know he's not dead. He's got to stick around for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So I've at least got that.
Alexis.
Ted. Oh my God. Hi.
Hi.
Everything's just been so hectic, what with David missing. And I just keep picturing him bottom of a lake.
Oh, no. That guy was like a known alcoholic and they pulled him out a week ago. I guess my texts haven't been getting through or maybe I'm sending them wrong.
Sweet baby boy. Twyla's like, I can still hear you.
You had said that you wanted to get married if you weren't leaving town. And didn't leave town. So
I like this follow-up. This is good.
And so the dust just hasn't really settled on the whole us leaving thing yet. Obviously, I want to be with you.
Oh, Alexis.
She was on such a high last time. She was
and-
doing so well. So Alexis has already shown us that she can be a very, very considerate and gentle and a sweet person.
Mm-hmm.
She can sort of gently hit you with the hard truth,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff you need to know, and she does it gently. She did that recently with Twyla, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to see her basically behaving the same way. Like, she hasn't completely changed, but the same instincts of hers and the same intention, I think, of hers can be used in a manipulative way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think she's fully doing it on purpose or
No.
intentionally, but she, I think, is trying to avoid her own guilt and her own discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By
Mhm.
not doing the right thing and the thing she actually wants to do.
Mm.
And I think she probably thinks that she's trying to save him from the pain and discomfort, but it's really saving herself.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Definitely. And like, as we've said from the beginning of watching this show, these are not bad people.
No.
Like, we have no reason to hate these people. They're just people who grew up in a certain set of circumstances, and they have fallen on a shitty, really, really shitty times, and they're trying to make the best of it, and just getting through. So she is not a horrible person, and yet you can see she is hurting Ted at every step of the way.
Yes, and stringing him along, and he's confused,
Mhm.
and that's not the enthusiastic yes you want to a marriage proposal
That's
at
right.
all,
Yeah.
but she's not like letting him go, which is what she wants. Yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it's like this gray area with all of the characters at different times, and it's just like a very realistic situation.
Absolutely it is,
you
yeah,
know? Like,
yeah.
we could have all maybe done something like that to somebody, or not known how to say no to someone asking us out or whatever, and then stringing them along for a while, or
Mhm.
like ghosting them or whatever, where you just are like, I don't know how to approach this. I don't have the emotional bandwidth for this. Yep.
All we know is the truck ran out of gas on an Amish farm.
David has been living on an Amish farm for 3 days.
We think so.
Really hope you're right.
David, dear, don't take this the wrong way, but is this car your home?
Excuse me?
I take it you're finished with this sandwich.
Oh, Canada.
David Watts. All of us worried and driving around in some tin can looking for him. I taught him everything he knows. He shouldn't have left me.
Do I have to remind you of the time that I was taken hostage on David Geffen's yacht by Somali pirates for a week and nobody answered my texts?
I had just had my eyelashes dyed. Everything was cloudy.
Okay, can we all focus here? David has spent the last 3 days on a farm with the Amish.
The shell-shocked, like...
Oh my, what a fine chapeau. Oh my golly, Moira. The Mad Hatter thing.
David!
Oh!
David, I'm here! David, it's us!
I know! Stop yelling, David!
We've come to take you home!
3 days later!
Your phone was off?
I texted Alexis.
I'm sorry for not responding to like one text, David. I was worried sick, dear. Okay, you remember Mutt?
Yeah?
Okay, it's gotten more complicated.
What happened?
We slept together.
This like Amish girl.
What if I'm not ready to come home?
Oh.
There's a bug on your dress.
You fuck.
Incredible. Wow.
David in the field with a giant rake pitchfork.
Pounding that cream about half an hour too early in the morning, but it tastes exactly like the butter we had at the Ritz in Paris.
Thank you for nurturing our David during such a difficult time.
We should be thanking you for coming. We've spent 2 sleepless nights wondering what would happen if nobody came. Would we be stuck with him?
David's stay here has taught us some valuable lessons in patience,
Forgiveness.
Restraint.
You know, I'm not sure I'm even ready to come home yet.
And yet, your time with us has come to an end.
I imagine it's customary for strangers to partake in a good old-fashioned Amish lunch.
Not always. Have a safe trip.
Piss off. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
love
Classic.
Chip truck.
Oh, classic Ontario summer.
You can't just leave with other people's trucks, David.
What you did was impulsive, capricious, and melodramatic. But it was also wrong.
Okay.
You stole my bag, David.
That bag? Why would you think that I would steal that bag?
I don't know, David. Why did you steal my eyeliner?
That was a phase in high school. Now, I slept in the cab of a truck overnight.
Oh my God, who hasn't, David?
I like that he can actually like show. It's not a surprise to me that he actually has like the capacity to kind of actually absorb a bit of the culture that he was just in. Like as much as it was probably just him like putting on a politeness when they were leaving that family. I genuinely think he's absorbed something from that experience. And as much as they were like, get him out of here.
Yeah, they were not impressed.
No, not at all.
I wonder what he did to them. Like, how was he behaving in a way that...
I wonder.
Maybe the bugs.
Yeah. But if he was actually, like, hitchhiking at rock bottom, he was probably very welcome and open to just...
Right? I can't
just
imagine
take me
him
in.
being, like...
No.
I don't know.
Maybe he actually has the capacity to recognize when you can't really ask for much more
Yeah.
than just shelter.
Maybe they asked him to work. Because they're Amish. They do everything themselves.
That's
So
right.
maybe they were like, can you do this? And he's like, no. Can you do this? No. Can you sit in a field looking like a crow with a pitchfork? Yes. Yes.
Be the bigger crow, scarecrow, send them off.
Yeah, exactly.
All
yeah.
right.
It's my favorite.
I can breathe again. I feel like we're back home and safe.
Hi. I come bearing gifts.
How generous of you.
Your car might need a bit of a clean.
Is that a dead squirrel on your hood?
They said that you have been calling around asking for me, which I thought was very nice of you.
Oh, well, they were mistaken. In fact, I was hoping you wouldn't come back.
Wow, that is one of the warmest welcomes I have received so far.
Usually when you tell someone that you have feelings for them and the next thing they do is drive out of town with no plan to return, you hope you never have to see them again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I didn't think about what you said. After we spoke, I thought, well, there goes my one friend. Try saying that one out loud. It is very dark.
Well, we will just have to work through this, won't we?
Yeah. If that's what you want, then yes, I would like that very much. Best wishes to you.
Warmest regards.
Great scene. Oh, that was great. I gotta say, where we began just there.
Yeah.
Where we began, I was going like, come on, you guys. We don't start up at this point. Come on. And the evolution just in that short scene,
Yeah.
them both getting out their irritation and fury, their current state of thoughts, what they need and want from each other, and then agreeing to it.
Right? So amazing. And
So
such a
amazing.
mature scene. Like,
Yeah.
like conversation.
Yep.
Where nobody got defensive. Nobody tried to undermine the other person. Like, it was just like, how would you feel if this was like this? And then he was like, well, actually, it was so good.
And it doesn't surprise me that none of it came as a shock to the other.
Yeah.
Like, it was, okay, I fully understand that.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't, explain yourself. It
Yeah.
was
How
just,
could
all right, gotcha.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying this was circulated around town? This was before my nose job. How was anyone supposed to recognize me?
Before his nose job.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, Roses. David, I'm so glad to see you back home all safe and sound. Next time, someone will think twice before they steal my truck, yes?
David, don't you have anything you want to say to Roland?
Always having to parent. Always.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for taking your truck without permission.
That took a lot of effort, didn't it?
And it was so like lackluster. Like,
it was a bad mistake, and it won't happen again.
Reach, David, reach.
Oh my God. And I feel really bad about it.
Do you?
Do you?
I accept your apology.
Thank you.
he's like, not unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take the juice.
Taking your juice.
David!
I was worried they were gonna like drag out the David being
Hmm.
elsewhere for a while. I had a weird thought that like, oh my gosh, what if he's missing for like half the season? Or like, what if we get just scenes of him elsewhere? What if he actually made it to New York and like, whoa. So I'm glad that we got to wrap that up in one episode.
The heart
instead.
of the show is in
Is in
Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek.
Creek. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they'll go like Elmdale and like stuff like that, other places. But yeah, it always comes back to Schitt's Creek.
And I'm really liking how they're sort of keeping a naivety about Alexis and David. Because again, we were like, how old are they?
Yeah, I know. They're like 27 and 30 or something like that. Like,
yeah. But then they behave like 14-year-olds sometimes,
Yes.
you know? And
very much so.
And I think they do a pretty good balance of mature and behaving like grown-ups, like as we just saw in the previous scene with Stevie. But then, yeah, as you said, Johnny is always parenting.
Yeah.
Just like constantly always parenting because he has to. He
Yeah.
needs to. It's like depending on what pairings we have, David and Alexis will either be, you know, grown adults about it, or they will be, you know, okay, yeah, we're the kids in this scene.
Yeah.
By the way.
Everything David and Alexis, for the most part, it's them being 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. David and Stevie, he respects her so much and he likes her so much that he tries like really hard to be open and level with her. Yeah.
That is how
Yeah.
people are in real life too.
Yeah, like our parents and our family brings out the like brattiest sides of us for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You are going to be a different person depending on who's in the room
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
The lines, best wishes and warmest regards,
Yeah.
are like catchphrase, like iconic. Like you'll see it on mugs and t-shirts. I have like a coffee table book of Schitt's Creek, and it's called like best wishes, warmest regards. Like it's on everything. And in Animal Crossing, my little postcards, the bottom thing always says warmest regards.
Yes, I've spotted that before. That's all right. I get it. I get it.
I love David and Alexis's dynamic because they could be like, you know, just having like a perfectly normal conversation. Then they just like are so like biting and immature and just like when they're like hitting each other, like flicking and like,
because they will always be siblings.
Yes,
they are the siblings, and they will always be each other's sibling.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been recording for an hour for like a 20-minute show. Yeah. How do we manage this?
I don't know. Oh, and I just realized we're also still wearing these, and we don't need them.
Yeah, no, we don't need them anymore. Oh, we don't have your little outro.
Oh my God, yeah.
Let's see what happens. You gotta wing it, girl.
Right. Okay. Well, that's us. That's us. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for joining us.
Please leave that in there.
Thank you for joining us. Give us a like if you like. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling about the show. How are you feeling about Schitt's Creek? And do subscribe if you haven't already. We do have a reaction series to this one, as well as Golden Girls.
Not to be confused with Gilmore Girls, which we just made it through the first season and have been lagging on recording more.
Yes. So we have a discussion series on Gilmore Girls. We're going through that. We're about to start season 2. Those are a little bit longer. We have a bit more of a chat, but stay tuned for that if you so fancy. Otherwise, she's been Lisa. I've been Jenny. We're here together.
Yay.
He's David.
Oh, he's David.
We have been the Belladonna Watch Club, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, I did it.
You did it!
Better than I've done with my...
I just remembered that my sister sent me a photo that she thought it would be fun to share for our viewers. I think I wanted to be a surprise.
Okay,
for you.
I'm gonna close my eyes then.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here. With anybody else, I'd feel very vulnerable right now.
Okay, open your eyes.
Oh my golly. Yep. Oh my Lord, look at those two miscreants.
Look at that hair.
Look at that hair. Okay, give them some context behind this then.
So this was my bedroom as a teenager. My parents wouldn't let me paint for some reason, so they took down the wallpaper when we moved in, because it used to be an office and it had this brown and beige striped wallpaper. And they started taking down the wallpaper, and then the glue was left behind. And they just left it. And that was my room. Thanks, I guess. So then I would color on the glue, and I'd peel it off because it was it's papery layer on the walls. And then I just started making my room my own because it was terrible. Mind you, we moved in when I was 4. So it was like that until I was, I think, 20 or 19 when I decided I was painting it myself.
Oh, okay.
So it was like that for 15 years. They just were like, your room, your problem, 4-year-old. What is that? Anyway. And so Jenny would come over, and we met in the 9th grade, and Jenny would come over. I had glow-in-the-dark stars all over my walls. But there's a picture of a half-naked man in the background there. I forget who that was. It wouldn't be Brad Pitt. I think it was just an ad from a magazine.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been a Hollister
cologne
or something. Yeah.
Something like that. We would just hang out in my room. It looks like we have magazines there.
That's definitely what we're going through.
Yeah, so this is for sure grade 9.
Possibly Cosmo.
Probably Cosmo.
Yeah. And not even the Cosmo girl.
No, fully Cosmopolitan.
It was full-on Cosmopolitan.
Yes.
14 years old reading Cosmopolitan.
So we've got my floor mattress because I was a cool guy. And then we've got my bookshelf full of books because I was escapism and reading. Nothing has changed except now I do audiobooks and I do other things at the same time because I'm a grown-up. So, and this is us being tiny people.
I look at myself in this and I feel exactly the same. And just looking at that would have been the t-shirt that I wore that day. It's red. It's got either navy blue or black ringer tee, and it had a ladybug on the chest. That was my favorite t-shirt for such a long time. I would have been wearing that t-shirt that whole day. And then if we were in pajamas, I would have just changed my pajama bottoms. Those were purple with Eeyore on them. And I loved those pajama pants.
Yeah, we're definitely having a sleepover here because we got jammies.
For sure.
Jammies.
For sure. Is it wintertime? It looks like
there's
wintertime.
no leaves on the trees outside.
No.
And it's very, very reflective, so there's likely plastic on the windows.
You're keeping cozy. You've got winter appropriate pajama pants and a massive Evanescence hoodie?
No,
maybe?
that probably would have been a boy's hoodie.
Right.
I don't remember owning this hoodie myself.
I see.
This was a boy's hoodie.
And a blanket of thick curly hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was before I actually knew I had curly hair. I thought it was just puffy. I did not know. No one ever taught me
That's right.
about curls because
That's right.
I got my hair texture from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no
in dad lingo, curly hair is puffy.
It's not even so much that it was dad lingo. It's that he wouldn't have known to put product and diffuse and that kind of stuff, right? And so my mom, she would brush and brush and brush, and then my hair would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it was just puffy hair. That's all it was. And then I started working at Lush in college.
Yeah.
And the manager, he was like, okay, so tell me about your hair. I was like, I don't know, nothing. It's fine. And he was like, And then I started using products for curly hair because he gave me samples of things.
Girl, let me tell you a thing or two about your hair type.
Yeah, because I had no idea. 19, I've got this hair, and I was like, my hair's fine. And he's like, okay. And then just gave me some products. And then I was like, wait, what is happening right now? What is this? And now it's oh, I have curly hair. Okay. So, yeah, that was it. I used to wash it, and then put it up in like this great big bun.
Yeah.
And it would be wet in the bun so that it would dry like that. And so that's how it was like, I have curls kind of, but I thought it was just because of the bun and they would stay together because of that. Anyway, so little throwback for you.